Hey friends, welcome back to week 2, Processing the Pain of Grief. We're so glad you've made it to this point. We want you to know that we know how hard it is to get through this. We were grievers first.
Yeah.
We have the heart of grievers.
We absolutely do. We have walked this journey, so that's brought us here with this great information.
One of the things we know is when you are not prepared to deal with the pain of grief in your heart, or you simply don't know how to do it, like me, I share often, I don't even think I'd ever use the word grief. But now something else has come clear to me, is that I also didn't think I was allowed to grieve. I didn't think that was going to be an emotion that was afforded me, mostly because I didn't know how to do it. And so what we know from grievers is that they will do one of the 3 things. They will resist, they will react, or they will avoid.
I am the poster child for resisting. That is, was my go-to after Donovan passed away. I absolutely was adamant I was not going to grieve a second child. And I set to just not wanting to talk about it. But I was doing it in a way where I was masking it. So Sharon thought that I was processing and handling things in my own way, when in actuality, I wasn't doing any of it. So the resisting is you just refusing to allow emotions to come in, to even acknowledge what those emotions are, and they keep you from healing.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So we know for a fact, friends, that you can be pushing back against it, refusing to even allow the grief, but not even talking about your loved one, or not even sharing what has happened to you, literally acting as if nothing has happened. Sometimes we call this an Academy Award-winning behavior. We see people all the time, and they are just living their life and they've gone on. However, the flip side of that is you can be resisting and absolutely be dying. You're not living in your life.
Right.
You're not living your daily life. Erica shares a story often about how if she got out of the bed and made it to the couch, that was a good day.
Oh, that was a victory.
Right.
That was a victory. But that was part of me. When I made it to the couch, I was then burying myself in TV. So that was part of me avoiding. So that's another step that we can do when we're struggling.
Yeah, resisting and avoiding kind of go together, right? So resisting is pushing back against the grief. The avoiding is the tools that we use to push back. We know for a fact as grief specialists that we use one of 3 things as our main tools, but there are hundreds that we can use.
Right.
We can overdrink, we can overeat, or we can keep busy. Those are the 3 that we use to avoid, and use our avoiding techniques within those.
And another thing that we do is when we do react, we overreact. So that can come in us either exploding on those around us when we're heightened, our sensitivity is heightened, and we get so emotional, we're so overcome with emotions, and we're not processing them or allowing them any outlet, we overreact, we explode, or we implode. So people will hurt themselves. They will engage in cutting behaviors. They will oversleep. They will do things, they overeat or not eat at all. Those things that you're hurting yourself, and you're taking out the pain on you as an individual.
Think about when the pain is so unbearable. It's absolutely so unbearable, but you don't know how to make it stop. You're gonna do whatever it takes to make this knife come out of your heart. But no matter what you're doing and you keep trying these things, it always seems like sometimes you're just not getting the release that you need.
And in reacting, another way we could do it to mask it is the be strong. Sharon is the poster child for be strong. So you just want to jump in and you take over. You start making phone calls, you start planning meals, you're organizing, you're engaging in everything but your emotions. You're trying to lose yourself in activity, which goes hand in hand with keeping busy. Because some people feel that if they lose themselves in tasks, it helps them to avoid feeling the feelings.
As long as I was being strong, and being strong for Erica, and being strong for Lewis, and being strong for my family, I didn't have to feel my emotions because I always had something to do. Keeping busy is the sister of being strong. So a lot of times we hear it, it comes out just like this. Well, you know you need to be strong for your sister.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you are so strong. A lot of times we tell our children this. You got to be strong for your mom right now. She really needs you. And what does that mean? That really means that we step outside of our body and we don't feel our feelings.
Right. That infuriated me when that happened to Donovan after Austin passed away. He was a 12-year-old boy and people were telling him he had to be strong. And he took that to heart. And it really, I think, hindered his ability to process his own emotions because he felt like he had to be strong for me. And that's not fair. It's not fair to do that to children. We should never tell a child they need to be strong.
So I think if we want to, where we want to end this week is here. You're either going to be resisting, reacting, or avoiding. But the number one thing we want for you this week is to acknowledge that you are grieving and that your heart is hurting and that it is absolutely okay. I also want you looking deep into what tools you're using to resist, react, or avoid.
Make sure you do your follow-up assignments that go with this portion of the journal because it's going to help you just move that much further in your healing.